Всем доброго времени суток, с вами снова Шут, и мы продолжаем трансляцию от Kingdom Come Deliverance. Готовимся проходить ее без смертей. Погнали.
Cože je to za dědina nedaleko Hodonína?
У нас по журналу сейчас. Паныч. Ладно. Что у меня по доспехам? Надо отчиниться уже. Надо отмыться. Пойдем так и сделаем. Как вскрыть? Я понял. Рано.
Onions, mushrooms, and asparagus. Come right up. No need to be shy.
My respect. God be with you.
Только меч, да? Уже так почти в идеальном состоянии. Надо, наверное, продаться. Чтобы в коне не валялось. Здесь закрыто. И тут нет кринсти еще. Попозже открывается.
My respect. May the Lord watch over you. Be with you.
Полтора косаря всего, да? Работаем с тем, что есть.
Garlic soup for the winter, onion soup for the spring.
в итоге 15. Нормально. Я сложности забрал, да?
Carrots and apples picked today to put a smile on your face.
Bread baked just this morning.
Интересно.
Yeah.
God be with you, Henry.
Где это моя дорогуша? Интересно, конечно. А вот ты... А, нет, это не ты. Я переел еще. Вот моя малая.
I got them from Uncle Peshek. Just don't go
They're lockpicks. They're not.
true, but at least don't get caught. And if you do, you didn't get.
Wouldn't you like to?
I'd love.
Нихера мы пошли. А, мы еще дальше пошли? Блять. Ого. Ого. Слышь, подруга, мы недалеко-то пошли? Ёб твою медь. А можно я тут останусь? Мне там квестики близко.
That was quite a long way. So, are you gonna?
Here's where my brother is.
Oh,
Блять.
I didn't realize. Sorry.
I wanted to come back here, but I was afraid to come alone.
Very wise. It's still not safe in these parts.
Sometimes I think it was my fault. If only I'd done more for him, he might still. If we'd left the mine during the night with Matthew and the other.
Maybe, but I doubt it. You said yourself that Samuel, and if you'd left during the night.
I know. It's just so hard sometimes. I know I did.
I think God must have abandoned us.
But what did we do? Henry, I'll never forget Samuel and Stebor and Papa. I still have you.
I love you.
I know. Thanks for walking with me, Henry.
Тут не надо назад. О, блядь, мне тут надо остаться. Ну, пиздец. Я все равно туда пойдем. Интересно, только она бабчик даст или не даст? Мне надо доспех отмыть. По-хорошему.
Home again.
Yes.
Ну, нормально, баб дала.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'd like to...
So what?
Ah,
I'm sure. Take care.
Забавочное задание. По-хорошему все задания вы проверить такие. Нас интересует, потому что на хардкоре мы их вообще выполнять не будем. Вот ты что тут делаешь? Что ты на лошади катаешься, нихера себе? Поскольку на хардкоре мы их выполнять не будем. Еще то, что они нам вряд ли будут нужны. Те предметы мы будем добывать за счет воровства 90%. А, турнир? Ёпта уметь. Или не турнир? Не, наверное, турич.
Greetings.
Да, это турнир. Погнали в скорицу. Надо пройти еще одно дополнение. Ты поломан?
what is it?
It's just that you seem to me like a man who and I could use a man. It's a little complicated. And you could persuade me to share that knowledge.
Sounds a little fishy to me.
Well, it's a bit of a long... Anyway, this fellow's sister... No, wait, that's not it.
All right. I don't need to hear your... I don't get it.
That's easy to say. Only it's... And the whole countryside is crawling with bandits and all sorts of vermin.
I've no time for such...
Tall tales. Pah.
А кто только остановился? Я думал, интересная история какая-то, блядь. Ебаная карта. Не нужна мне уже. В принципе, тогда я возьму. Обязательно вернемся. Угу. То есть это все область пещеры, да? Как он заехал? Как-то очень спокойно. Не та ли это пещера, с которой золото выносилось? Понятно. Вот еще, вот пещера. Сейчас уже так не заехал.
Ah, there's an entrance up there. Could that be it?
Пошли.
Well, this is it. I thought it was supposed to be a big cave. Oh, maybe it's bigger on the inside. Oh, Christ, poor wretch. No doubt he wanted to raise the alarm about the raid on Skalitz, but those bastards got him. Oh, Jesus, something stinks here. Oh, fuck. He looks like he was well healed, judging from what's left of him. Maybe a merchant who took a shortcut this way to avoid paying customs? How in Christ's name did they get here? A shaft leading to the surface? Maybe someone threw those people down here. Poor wretch. What did he do to deserve such a fate? Looks like a human, judging by the kaftan. Poetic justice. Yeah.
Тот дом, наверное,
Yeah.
по глубине. Плюс-минус. Да, вот оно.
Blood. A lot of it. And it's been here quite a while. Something's very fishy here. It looks like the blood leads to that hut. That's odd. It looks like someone is living here. This is very fishy. All those corpses down below.
Просто нарушаешь закон. Вы головой ударились. Какой закон? Чего я нарушаю? Подойти поздороваться с ним? Что, блядь, не так?
What the hell are you looking for here? What are you doing here? Are you after something?
Надо лагерь вот тут чекнуть потом.
Can I do anything to help?
What in the name of God are you...
I hid here when Skalitz was raided, and now I'm keeping guard until his lordship returns.
Oh, you belong to the scout...
Yeah. Are you blind? You thought there was no one here and you could come and loot the place, well, you thought wrong, you thieving magpie. And you'll ask...
Wait, just a minute. I'm from Skalitz, and I know all the...
Then you can't be from Skalitz, or I'd remember...
Oh? Tell me then. What...
Yitka.
It's Teresa, you lying bastard.
Alright. I just wanted to hide out here. I figured no one would look for me after... So who sent you here? Yolin of Rocket Sam? On account...
Enough. I'm taking you to...
Ha! I'll put you underground like the other... Prepare to be purged!
Go!
Ow! Boha Yeho! I'm going to enjoy this.
Ну, у меня яд нанесен, да? По какой понять не могу. Вроде ползает у него.
Well landed. Christ.
Неплохо он одет.
A shield of Sir Radzig's garrison. Strange.
Неплохо.
God have mercy, this is a small fortune. Fine clothing, armor and weapons. Serious loot. And a
Для начала
keen face
следующей
paint.
игры.
Interesting. It seems this all belonged to those poor wretches down below.
Хорошее место будет, если сразу так можно будет сюда ходить. Я хочу в тот лагерь еще сходить. Понял? Он один тут был. Интересно. Ну пошли. Сюда. Но все равно сейчас большая часть квестов там находится.
Yeah. I was in that cave that you...
Oh?
Well, just an abandoned mine shaft. Although at the... dead bodies.
God have mercy.
There was this fearsome warrior up above. He murdered a lot of people and threw their bodies. He went for me too. He fought like a demon, but I over...
Mary, Mother of... Thank you.
It was nothing. Anyway,
I hope so. But...
another one.
Yes, another one. The Virgin Mary. I think she's trying to give me a message.
Warn us.
Yes. It all makes sense, can't you see? That Our Lady was tested, and now she wants...
What message are you talking about?
I'm not sure exactly what Our Lady wants to tell me. I should tell the people. All of them.
I don't know.
No. No. Mary, Mother of God, heard my prayers. I prayed. First she tested me, and then, when I passed her test, now I must do her will. And when I've done all she's asked of me.
Well, when you put it like that, I can see some sense. Not that I know much about these things, but I had a strange dream too, not so long ago. It was after I was back there again, in the middle of all that slaughter. It was dark everywhere, and I had to fight my way through humans who looked like demons of hell. I found my parents.
You see? It must mean something.
I suppose.
I should... Well, like I said, won't you come with me? I'd feel...
Rely on me.
Thank you, Henry. Come, or if you want, you can rest here.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Владелский, так сказать. Ёбнулись мы или не ёбнулись? Будем узнавать.
Good morning, Henry. Come on. Let's go to the green.
How's life here in Sasau?
Much the same as in Scarlet's. That is, before everything. It's quieter now. Most of the work has been done, and everyone is waiting to see what the harvest will be like. Then everyone will be on their feet from dawn to dusk.
I pray it'll be a good harvest, so we have supplies for winter and enough to seed in spring.
God's truth. A couple of bad harvests and we'd be in danger of famine. Well, let's hope it will be good. Every grain counts, especially now, with all sorts of bandits roaming the country, and a great army, too.
I hope Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush get it all sorted out before the harvest.
If those marauders carry on, they'll plunder the whole province. And then where will we be?
Well, the best thing would be to hide the supplies. Bury them underground, so the bandits don't find them.
But what if they threaten the villagers? Most people would be happier to give up their supplies than have their farms burnt down or their livestock herded off.
Livestock can be hidden in the woods. Pa told me about it once.
Maybe. But you can't hide a farmhouse. Or whole families. What if they take your children and threaten to cripple them? Or the farmers? You can't do much work in the fields with your arms broken. And in the winter it's even worse. They might as well dig your grave.
Sir Radzig would never allow that to happen, though. He'd come with his garrison. And those bastards who harassed his subjects would soon be hanging from the nearest tree.
I'd be happier, though, if they all moved on and left us in peace.
What if they don't move on, though? Then the only answer is cold steel.
You men and your endless fighting.
Охуеть, блядь. А что если нереально не уйдут?
How are
Как
things with the
по-твоему делать?
infirmary? Did they give you a bit more coin at least?
Unfortunately not. They said there'll be no more until St. Havel's Day.
Now that's still a long way off.
I know. On St. Havel's Day, the payments come from the surrounding villages and the outlying farms. Some of them are supposed to pay in chickens, eggs, or other things, but a lot pay in groschen. Then they might give us more. Since we're going to the market square, I could buy some meat at the butcher's.
You buy that often? I thought you said you had to save every groschen you can.
That's true, but you wouldn't believe the things those monks think up.
How's that?
You know they're forbidden to eat red meat. It's a sin. Saint Benedict forbade it.
I didn't know that.
Ну,
Neither did
курицу
I until
можно.
recently. But that's not all. The thing is, they have an exception to the rule. They can eat red meat if they're sick, so they recover faster. Then, it's not a sin. So some of them are always coming along with all sorts of ailments. So they can lie around in the infirmary and eat meat. Of course, the monks have precedence, so I have to go to the butcher's. And then, there's not enough money for other things.
Well, well. You learn something new every day.
I've even heard tell that there was a monk who tried to keep pigs in a pond at one time.
Why on earth would he do that?
To prove they're water creatures. The monks are allowed to eat water creatures, you see. Not only fish, but even beavers and the like.
That's good. I'd never come up with something like that. And how did it end up?
I don't know. Maybe they drowned.
That's good, though. I must remember that one.
А насколько водным животным нужно быть?
Take care and come home soon. I'll pray for your safe return, as always.
Tell me,
Thanks, Guta.
how is it,
Not
being
to
in the
worry, I'll be
service of
fine.
Sir Radzig?
I'll go there.
Well, it's a wonder he took me on at all after I lost his sword in Scallows. But it's great. For someone like me. I lost everything, and he gave me a second chance. And even a new home of sorts, if you know what I mean.
I understand. I'm glad you found your feet with Sir Radzig. That you found your place in the world again, and that...
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll surely find your place too, eventually.
I hope so. Oi! Ah!
Listen, when she visits you, the Virgin Mary, what does she look like?
Like I said, like that picture above the altar. She just appears in a kind of golden glow, in a blue cloak.
And then?
Then she beckons to me, and things start to appear. Pictures of all kinds. They look like the paintings in church, but moving, glowing with fire and lots of colours and this golden light.
My, that's really something. How is Matthias doing?
No change. He's lying in a fever and nothing helps. I'm really afraid for him.
He'll get better, don't you worry. He's a tough little bugger. No fever is going to beat him.
I hope you're right. Actually, it does look like his fever is dropping a bit. But maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Многовато стража стоит.
Johanker, what are you actually going to do when we get to the market square?
Actually, I haven't thought about it much.
Блять, я за тобой уже
I have
2
to
минуты
pass on the
тащусь.
message from Our Lady to the people. So I'll stand somewhere and tell them what I saw in my dream. Like the itinerant preachers who are always wandering around the land.
I see. And have you ever done anything like that?
No, I haven't. But it can't be all that hard. Can it?
I couldn't say. But I'm sure you can do it.
Our Lady will guide me. The Lord have mercy. My hands are shaking. I can't do it like this. Henry, I've no idea what to say.
Have no fear. You can do it. Think of Matthias.
Yes.
That's the spirit. Enough be...
All right. God be with... The Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary came to me in a dream. And she showed me things. Things I've never seen before. A great city. A great and beautiful city it was. Great and beautiful. With many spires. Tall spires. Golden in the sunlight. And around the city was a mighty wall. All this she showed to me. But then the city was suddenly engulfed in flames. The earth began to shake and the gate burst open. Holes opened up in the ground and from them beasts of hell leapt forth. They broke down the walls and stormed the city through the broken gate. And the beasts hunted down all the sinners. They sank their fangs into their burning flesh and tore them to pieces mercilessly.
Блять, она поехала кукухой.
And the sinners screamed and tried to flee them. But it was in vain.
Я не с ней.
But then Our Lady appeared. Mary, the Holy Mother of God. She covered the whole city in her cloak, smothered the flames, and drove out the beasts. The penitent sinners came out of the city, knelt before the Virgin in prayer, and thanked her for their salvation. That is the vision that came to me. And I believe this message was not meant for me alone. It was a warning to us all. We are those sinners, and we must once again build those mighty
Что вы, блять,
walls.
киваете, клоуны?
Not from stone or wood, but from virtue and love for our neighbor. And whoever has sinned and acted unrighteously must repent and change their ways.
Мгм. Мне кажется, священникам это не очень понравится.
Isn't she that lass? But there's truth. She's spoke well. I'd like to see those beasts.
Lass has a way with words, all right.
I need peace and quiet for a while. I must sit down.
Please, it's very important. The way you spoke, it sounded so true. I even had a feeling the earth shook beneath my feet when you spoke. I have some trouble, and I didn't know who to go to.
Снегу заглянем
I
потом.
heard you speak.
Not now. Please. I can't.
But you were just talking about helping your neighbor.
All right, but quickly, I beg you.
It's about my husband, Ambrose, the tailor. He's good to me. He's an honest tradesman and a skilled one. But he keeps playing dice. He sits at that table late into the night, and more than once he lost a small fortune.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know how I could help.
I want him to stop. But he won't listen to me. I'm at a loss what to do. I thought maybe if you were to go and have a word with him...
Oh, all right. I'll come and see you when I have some time to spare.
Thank you. Thank you kindly. Mother of God.
Мой грязный стал.
Who's the man who died? The one who's lying.
Oh, that was old Lokota.
And how did he...
He was a butcher of some...
Thank you.
Good luck then.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Are you in need of a...
Of an hand? No.
I understand.
No, that's not what I meant. Beef and pork I can get plenty of. But
You want me to poach game?
heaven forbid I would ever suggest such a thing. No.
I don't want to spoil your plans, but game doesn't...
No, but if you happen to be walking in the...
All right. Let's say...
Excellent. Get me a wild boar for now. So May the Lord watch over you.
Призм квест какой-то. Странно, где испачкался, мне вот это пока не очень понятно. Ну да ладно.
I'm at your service, sir.
Мне же броник нужен.
Any chance of...
Well, come to think, he said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he...
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword, but by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares.
And where did the pieces...
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around. Can you even imagine what power it would command?
It does sound...
Excellent.
I need a skilled swordsmith in Pribyslavitz who'll put good, strong...
What? Now? When I'm on the verge of forging the most powerful... Good luck to you.
На нем я сейчас нанесу, не хочу. Спецклинок. Так, что у нас тут?
Yeah.
Clear off before I have you thrown out. Can I do anything to help? I'm honored that you...
My condolences.
Thank you.
I've come to pay my last respect.
Have you?
I believe I'm your cousin. I knew your father.
I knew it! You lying wretch!
May the Lord watch over you.
Ow! Who there? Did that hurt?
Пошли выйдем. Куда-нибудь сюда. Где тебя не найдут. О.
Onions that'll even make your man
My
cry like
respect.
a little lass. Come and buy
I have
some.
Lord Almighty, you don't want everyone to see.
Good luck then.
Would you teach me more about?
Certainly.
I'm interested.
All right.
Our Lord's tasty.
Now,
Good luck.
Hmm.
Get it,
fine
happy.
people,
Onions
and
that'll
pork
make
crackling
you
too.
cry.
A joy to taste.
Evil spirits at bay.
Ну, пока до дома дойдет. Другой квестик посмотрим пока что.
Yeah!
Good day to you.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material.
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me.
What do you need?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those bib?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes are.
That's all I need to know.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game?
There's always time for some dice.
Farewell.
Ставим без денег.
St. George, guide my hand.
A tankard here.
Интересные косточки.
No luck tonight.
заметил единицу еще одну. Отлично.
Well, Master Painter.
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still.
Why not?
Take care now.
Сейчас, по идее, частично должен добиться. Отлично, отлично. Так. Во-первых, пьянство посмотрим, что у нас там. Настоящий славянин. Фотограф. И в целом мне уже больше ничего и не надо. Можно тебе подушку взять на попе воды и все. Да, побольше отмечено стало. Что не сказать. Прибыславие. Надо обсудить прибыславиться так. И кабинет смотрителя.
What the? God's sake.
This is the block that fell on him.
And what am I supposed to...
This stone isn't from Talmberg.
Someone from here? We have guards and a wagon full of stone isn't some...
I'm telling you, it's not from the Talmberg quarry. I'm looking for some quicksilver.
Talk to my assistant. He deals with...
Fine, thank you.
God be with you.
God save you, good night.
Do you have any quick...
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just...
Then I don't have it.
That sounds almost as if you don't want...
It's not that I don't want...
Bollocks. Tell me this instant.
Nothing! And I'd advise you...
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy!
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to them.
What do you mean?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But...
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going...
I swear,
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me.
How did you hand it over?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out.
And you had been stealing? I mean...
You know how it is. I work my fingers...
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name.
Very well.
See you later.
Не в твоих интересах меня еще раз увидеть, дружок. Так, что у нас? Давай за материалом, наверное, сразу. Чтобы они квестик отменим. Ну, как отменим, спрячем просто. Квесты принеси, подай, меня заебут.
Why are you just...
Why not? And my people just do not appreciate...
Does the name...
Rapporter, you say?
Admiring the view, my arse. If you ever want to see another view again...
Ha! I've been more impressed.
Fuck you! Look, you little jester, I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct...
Hang on! What? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I make sure nobody robs it.
See? That didn't hurt. Where's Rapper?
I don't know. He's been staying in town lately. He hardly ever shows up here.
Who comes to fetch them?
I don't know. Some people. They don't...
Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapper's scarpered and won't be coming back.
What? Oh, damn it! Now what? In any case, thanks for the information. Ah. I just want to eat and sleep. Fuck. Are you quite well?
Ну ладно, они не грубили сильно. Не скажу, что в чем-то виноваты. Поэтому казнить мы их не будем. Хотя железяку можно было бы и раздеть. Ну да ладно.
God be with.
I have the.
Have you now?
Yes, well.
I'm sure God be with you.
That's where he lives. Let's teach him a lesson.
Oh, fuck.
I saw him go
Fuck.
in.
Henry, delay them. What? How? There's a reward for you in the trunk. I'll see you in the next go.
Break it down. What are you doing here?
He swindled me too. He probably ran away before his trickery could catch up with him.
Bust. Either way, he'd better not show his face in the... Let's go.
Сердечко, да?
Ah! What were you doing? There's people walking.
Я ж вроде с ним уже говорил, со священником Аскалица. Он как бы сказал, что да, окей, вернусь.
Father, I already told you.
What if they increased?
My boy, my boy.
I know.
So that's what you're about. Well, and where will I live?
You can live right there at St. James.
Well, it's true, they've treated...
Thank you.
Take care now.
Он уже 10 раз согласился, ладно, окей, эта херня не работает нормально, но я знаю, где этот квест, по идее, должен заканчиваться. Съездим туда по дороге.
Have a look.
Yeah.
Greetings. See you later.
I might know where the materials.
Where?
Up the hill by.
Shall we go?
No, I need to find out more. I don't. But you could keep an eye out there. In case anyone appears, I mean.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Еще горит.
Yeah.
Работает с медью. Точно, мне аж к кузнецам нужно сходить.
Yeah.
Вот этому ближайшему.
Yeah.
Greetings, good night.
Do you work any copper here?
Why'd you...
I'm looking into a few things here.
Looking into things?
I'm on the trail of a gang of counter...
Well, that's a serious business.
Aha.
I'd like to make you... Have you heard about Pribis?
Don't bother me now, young fella. I've got that sneaky fuck...
So back to that...
What?
Aha. What can you tell...
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old.
The swords...
I know he's after those, but he's out of luck. He should have bought it while he had the chance. I still have mine on me. It brings me good...
Not even...
Not even for a king's ransom.
Ладно.
Yeah.
Так.
Yeah.
Есть оружейник второй, который мечик хочет сделать.
Yeah.
И есть еще какой-то чел, который старый. Ладно.
Yeah.
Этот, наверное, старый.
The sunset.
Do you ever work with...
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach.
Zach.
I'm looking for pieces of a sword that...
I would.
Well?
It's a load of tripe. Only a...
But if he lied about that...
Good luck then.
Зах с монастырского двора скупает все, да? Хорошо.
God's sake.
About that...
Good luck then.
Хватит, это что тут? Да. Ёб твою мать. Я ж кабанецу отменил. Что за бред?
Yeah.
Говорим с мастером. Смотрим, что скажет. Бля, ну ты на бомжару похож, конечно.
What do you...
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't...
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scam...
That does make sense.
So what have you...
I found out where they get their quicksilver from.
It was the...
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything.
And have you found out who's behind?
Someone called Rap...
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not... Listen, Henry. I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a...
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. And there's a man I know who works at the monastery yard. Master engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But...
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer...
I'll try to think of something, that's all.
Good luck, then.
What do you need? Good luck, then.
Мне уже не нужно.
My humble greetings.
Is there anything interesting?
It's so Pete.
Is there any?
It's so. God be with you.
Тут 3 кузницы, а во всех был. Никто, блядь, не работает с медиа. Скупает все монастырь. В монастыре, насколько я помню, кузницы нет. Как ты уметь? Что такое? Мне Хэгрика.
My humble greet.
How goes the work?
Getting there, getting.
What are you doing?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy.
Yeah, but engraving what?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't...
I'm usually here with my apprentice Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and he shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him.
Jesus Christ.
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was...
What's he like, your apprentice?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely.
I don't really know what you mean.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day, he bought a padlock from the... In any case, why the interest?
Something like that.
May I ask?
I have a message for...
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply... About your question, you'll find him at home.
Ah. Does Florian have...
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was
a woman from the bath.
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out.
Hmm.
I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that...
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath maid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring.
Thank you.
God be with you.
Ah!
Похоже на пекарню. Ну ладно. Так.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God be...
I hear you're at odds with apprentice.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault that...
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, and suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling...
I'm sorry they took her, but...
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian...
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brand. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends.
Where can I find this Florian?
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be...
What did the bailiff...
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine...
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther...
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. Take care.
Да, надо найти девочку.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone...
You look quite sprightly.
What?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiry.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money and the... Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters.
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another. Like I said, I'll deny it.
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the workshop.
I don't give a fuck about...
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't
I'm sorry about that.
Listen, I'll tell you everything. I promise.
What, so I'm to go searching for?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with the...
Very well.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to...
I will. I swear to God Almighty.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last.
All right. I'll go there.
You're my savior.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could...
Goodbye.
Я не понял. Вперед. Интересно. Так, ладно, до Ровно доезжаем. В Прибыславицу, а потом назад в Ровно и оттуда поедем. Или сразу, наверное, в Прибыславицу. До Ровно ехать. Если мы потом через нее так проезжаем. Долго что нагрузила. Я не могу судить ночью, да? Землячка Лиды. Ладно, пойдем отоспимся.
God Almighty, has something happened? Goodbye.
Я хочу поесть сначала. А где мы пиво?
God's bless. See you later.
Продал.
God be with you.
How's it going, fellas?
Well, Master Bailiff, well. But I speak for all of us when I ask, what's to become of all this
True. It is piling up. The thing is...
That means we'll be out of work. What are we to...
Don't worry, you'll have work enough. Besides, we'll need to clear the woods even more to expand in the future. You have my permission for that.
Thank you, sir.
Нельзя говорить людям, что вы не нужны. Этого люди становятся злыми. Странно, мне казалось, у меня должны быть какие-то все интересные места. Ну да ладно. Ого, ХП снялось. Не помню, был ли я здесь. Поля никто не возделывает, в домах никто не сидит. Интересно. Ну ладно. Раз уж никого нет. Вроде в этом доме живет, да? Да. Ёп, иметь. Мне казалось, что надо сюда приехать. Почему-то. А по заданиям нас пиздули. Одного священника нет на месте, другой затупа, блядь. Надо пачку стрел яд нанести.
Yeah.
На улучшенные пробивные мы их нанесем.
What's that? Well, Two arms! Get over here! Hey! All of you, gather here!
Да я Несколько цветов хотел поесть. Да и не приготовить. Дайте обубрать. Да. Разбойники из вас, конечно. На перегрузике, да?
Please, help me. Hey,
Вино и спирт. Отдыхай.
They won't hurt you.
however did you find?
Florian told me where.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain.
You're right. If I were him, nothing could have stopped me coming for you.
Exactly. We should probably...
I'll go with you. I'd hate to lose you.
Hey!
I hope I can be of some help.
I found that
I know! Back already.
by telling me all about.
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to...
They?
Yes. Rapita.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down to.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square,
Лавка на
watching my
площади.
house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on...
All right. At least I know where to start.
Why?
Because we have to lure him out.
I have my...
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they...
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate to...
Good luck. See you
Мне
later.
кажется, я знаю, что я лошадь.
Mother of God.
Take care.
Are you Rapita?
Pardon me?
No, but I'm hoping to change that. It'll only take a moment. I know you buy Quicksilver for that. None. Now tell me where that works.
Of course, of course. That,
So?
let's leave it. No, I give up.
So?
I will. I will. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. That doesn't narrow.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned.
Who is your lord?
So Yezhek of Ronov.
That's what he calls himself.
What happened to
Ronoff used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can
But Vincent had descendants. Ronoff only fell to the Margrave because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals. But Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the
And how did you come to be served?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone...
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronoff back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on...
It's all the same...
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging...
That's not for me to know. So...
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so...
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you...
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible...
As you wish.
Our father... Oh, Christ.
Я так понимаю, он к лошади бежал, чтоб сыбаться. Не повезло, не фартануло. Так. Ну что мы? Пойдем, наверное, к тачику. Или пока мы здесь, наверное, с Яханкой поговорим. Уже как раз прошло время. Ой, ёб твою мать. Ебать, мне чат заспамили. Сука, только заметил. Странно, что боковым зрением не заметил. Ну да ладно. Уфуй.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours.
Let's talk about it later. Right now,
Yes, I heard it. So give her some...
But I don't know what to...
Oh, that's what you wanted, isn't it? And now you can't let people down when they come... We?
Be quiet and think.
Jesus, you're really full of holy...
Stop blaspheming and start thinking how we can get...
Supposing Ambrose were to lose enough to make him regret it. Mal was used to scold me by saying, one day you'll go too far...
That's it, Henry. Ambrose has to realize for himself... But I can't go anywhere. Never mind playing dice and...
Alright.
Thank you, Henry. Go and... God be with...
Yeah.
Где этот мастер по камушкам?
God almighty, has something happened to you?
I looked around, and the stone that fell on that man...
Yes, it's very poor. But we have to work with what we've got.
That's not what I meant. It's not the same kind of stone that came from Talmborough.
But why would anyone...
Well, maybe he was stealing new stone and replacing it with old stuff.
But the carriage never moved. It rained a lot and we couldn't...
So, someone had to take...
That huge piece of rock. It would take a few strong men to shift something that size. I know you... Take care now.
Как будто кто-то пытается саботировать стройку.
I can't go any further. The current could sweep me to my death. It looks genuine, but I'm not capable of judging.
Так. С Мрахоедов поедем или Стровно? Наверное, Стровно. Ну и что, мы едем, че нет? Без меточек потом, конечно, тяжеловато, может быть. Ну да ладно.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you? Too long! Get over here!
Ладно, давайте всех вырубим.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Raise the alarm! Watch out! The arm! Get over here! Stop! I give up!
Bollocks!
Ah!
Here.
И хера себе.
Come on. Right now.
Ого. Так. Меня начинает нормально по спинке накидывать.
Goddamn!
What's up? Shit yourself?
Go weak at the knees. Someone there.
Прикольно.
What are you doing here? Tired of life?
Хорош, надоели. Я понял. Это вообще до смерти забил, получается.
want here? I don't know you.
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzik Kabila.
Radzig Kobila, the king's hetman. I see.
I'm here to place you under arrest.
I gathered as much. And you came alone. Ha! Very daring of you, I must say.
I got to where I am without anyone else.
You look capable.
I don't work with...
By the way,
it was your
Rapoda. So we're even at last.
He got what he deserves.
Poor Rapota. Well, never mind. It was nice talking to you. But I hope you don't imagine I'm just going to...
And where would you want to...
Anywhere. Anywhere else is...
Really? You can't go to Moravia. The Margrave himself is after you there. And in Bohemia...
What do you mean?
Whoever gets to be king, they can't afford to have someone for...
Do you think I'm doing the...
No. But when the kingdom's back in order, and it'll be time to shut this little operation down, they'll be only too happy to let you take the blame. Counterfeiting money gets no clemency.
It doesn't matter. Kobila will string me up from the high...
Maybe. But you're very shrewd and very persuasive. And you might know a few things that are worth more than your life. It's up to you.
A deal with Sir Radzik. It's true.
If you cooperate, you stand a chance.
Oh, very well then. May as well.
So let's go. Master Fayfar will be itching to...
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Ratte. In the meantime, Sir Radzik will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Ratte then.
Дальше с вами подскажешь, не доедет нихуя. Ну, раз мы здесь.
I'm glad.
I found this skull.
It certainly looks like. Well, let's see. Those are deer.
I'm glad to hear it's not the real thing.
And they put a lot of work into it too. The horns are held on tight, even though it was lying in water. Whoever take care. Are you looking?
Yeah.
Good God, you...
The skull is a fake.
But where would they get a human?
Maybe to frighten the workers?
But that wouldn't help anyone. An idiot. Take care now.
Тише будь.
You know the head they...
What about it?
Someone put it there on purpose. After they stuck
What a ridiculous... And where did he find...
I don't know.
Well, maybe it
Have you seen Leszek?
I saw him.
I want to talk to him about the head he dug up.
Really?
Why?
He asked me to meet him on the scaffolding tonight, so he can tell me something.
So he did have something to do with the skull?
Maybe. But I'd wager someone made him do it. He doesn't seem the type to come.
It will be safer with the two of us.
Very well. We'll meet at night. If I'm not down.
All right.
Здорово, бандиты.
Dave!
Sure.
What? You thought I wouldn't find out? You didn't return. But I. How could you do that?
Ты нахуй далеко, чел. Урбан. Валяйся так. Либо 21, либо глубокая ночь. Типа полуночь.
Don't kill me.
Who are you? I'm just a worker here. He told me that if I take...
Who sent you?
It was the master builder's help.
What? He was supposed to be here as well.
He isn't. He went to the mill nearby when he found out...
Fuck. What am I supposed to do?
I was aiming to miss. On purpose. I wanted to scare you off and...
I won't do anything to you.
Thank...
It was Moller, the master builder.
Him?
He sent someone to kill me, who confessed he was forced to...
That's a serious accusation.
He can. I hauled it.
All right.
And that's not even the end of it. Zmoller's also sat...
We have to stop that happening. I'll send the guy...
Yeah! 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 You want to kill Leszek yourself? You better try harder than that fella you sent.
Well, you seem to have come out of it without a hair out.
Well, you'll be lucky to come out of it with your head on your shoulder.
We'll see.
I'll haul you off and let the monastery deal with you.
You think you can... Look out. What the... Hmm?
Так, ну, формально я его догнал. Но, видимо, на этом все. Видимо, и тут я триггер поломал. Тут какой-то, блядь, живучий. Давай посмотрим, куда ты побежишь.
What the...
ж не от меня бежит, да? Просто бежит. Вот так вот надо было сделать, да? Ну ладно. Реально триггер херово работал. Так, окей. Кто? Валить. Западня. Вооруженные чужаки. Ой. Не могу.
Yeah.
Can I do anything to help?
Are you ready, Sir Hans?
Henry, something.
Open up. I'm not gonna.
That potion tasted rather odd, and
No offence, sir, but you gave me quite a fright. It looks.
God's holy breaches, I knew it! And it's nearly time for my rendezvous with Caroline.
Surely you're not going to give up on account of a few pimples. If Carolina doesn't...
Do you think she will? Even though I've got a face like...
you'll sweep her off her feet.
All right, Henry. Get a move on. I don't want to turn up late to see the love of my life.
There's the man. Good.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but on foot.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us.
Me?
Indeed.
Will you stop dawdling?
Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him.
I'll try to get something out of him.
He's locked up in the tower.
Very well, sir.
Get a move on.
Sir, my investigation led me back to Scalitz. I just wanted to report to you, sir, that I dealt with... He attacked me and... Well...
That was a brave deed, Henry. I sent a patrol there some time ago.
Will you stop dawdling? I don't want to miss the girl of my dreams because of you.
What's going on there?
Забавно, я крадусь, но излучаю свет.
Tell me, Henry, how many girls have you had in your life?
What's going on there?
If you've had any at all, that is.
Well, there's been a few, but I'm sure I can't compare with you.
Ha! Very true. One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight.
Maybe so, but the land's still.
Get a move on. I don't want to turn up late to see the love of my life.
Everything's well hidden.
Tell me, Henry, how many girls have you had in your life? If you've had any at all, that is.
Well, there's been a few, but I'm sure I can't compare with you.
Ha! Very true. One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight.
Boy.
That's not the half of it. What about the attack on Meroyet? While the lords are dealing with one lot of marauders in Pribislavet, there's another bunch pillaging.
There's another very pretty girl living in this house here, but she's already got a suitor.
Since when has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my arse for good measure.
Seems your future subjects don't hesitate to take a stick to you when it comes to minding the womenfolk.
I doubt he would have done it if he recognized me. I was, incognito.
Incognito.
We're almost there. You'll hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there. Otherwise you might scare her off.
Hide, Henry. How do you know it's her who will come out and not someone else? She got the letter and necklace, didn't she? And what am I supposed... What do you think, dolt?
Get a move on.
А где, блядь, спрятать, сука?
Get a move on. I don't want to turn up late to see the love of my life.
Who's there? I can't see you.
Your most ardent admirer, fair maid.
Uh-huh. And do you have a name?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would still be a flower, wouldn't it? Start. How?
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
To love and be forlorn is like night without a dawn. To be close with naught to say, like winter frost in May.
To love and be forlorn is like night without a dawn. To be close is not the same, like intercourse in May.
No! And now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholic pining swells, since I, alas, was forced to part from the mistress of my heart.
I know my horses sort of well. Some alcohol from 9 to 12. Seems I always have whores apart from the mistress of my heart.
Psst. What on earth are you saying?
What's that hissing?
It's, a feral goose here in the bushes.
Ah, Lord, let me not wait in vain. I long to see my love again. O gentle sir, be of good cheer. I shall not cling to another dear.
Landlord, let me not wait in vain. I long to sing and laugh again. Oh, gentle sir, get off your chair. I shall not bring you another beer.
Jesus, Henry, what kind of yokel nonsense are you babbling? Me? You're the one who's babbling.
You're an odd one. I've never heard such peculiar poetry in my life. Where on earth did you come up with it?
It's the latest fashion in France. You've done enough harm. Better shut up and leave it to me.
How did you like it, dearest?
Ah, how tender you are. Father is coming! Hide!
What's that talking? If it's some dandy again, I'll gut you with my filleting knife.
I didn't hear anyone.
Did you hear what he said? No, I have a bad feeling about this, Hans. I think we should...
Are you still there?
Still here, my love. How could I have apart from you?
Father's coming! He'll kill you!
He will not. Because it'll never cross his mind where I'll be. Henry, it's time for me to claim my prize. Whatever happens, cover my back.
There you are, you seducer! Now you'll see how a butcher protects his daughter's honor.
Buy me time.
You got some explaining to do, you bastard!
What are you after, you bastard sneaking around an honest citizen's house in the dark?
I went to mourn over the grave of my great-grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Then what are you doing right beneath my window, eh?
No, the question is, why are you trampling on great-granny's grave, eh?
Enough of your horse shit. One more word, and I'll have you.
Ah! What are you doing here?
Oh, my darling.
Get out! Get out or I'll call Papa!
My sweet. How can you be so cruel?
Hey, what was that?
Well, I think the neighbours are being a bit rowdy. Nothing to worry about.
I could have sworn it was from inside my house.
What's that got to do
Бля,
with
какой тупой.
Someone's been creeping around after my daughter. I come out, and I find you here. Quite a coincidence, eh? So, out with the truth.
You're quite mistaken. I've never laid eyes on your daughter, and if she looks anything like you, I'd rather keep it that way.
Why, you fucking...
What do you think you're doing? Climbing in here, uninvited?
Ma chérie, I came to court you.
Then go and court me from the courtyard.
Don't try to make a fool of me. I heard it clearly. What was that?
Are you all right? It seems to me you're hearing things other folk can't hear. That's not good.
You're saying I'm hearing voices in my head?
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sent Euphrosyne of Polotsk heard voices too, and she found in a monastery and churches and things.
I heard voices too. Well, could have been voices. I wouldn't swear to it though.
Look, fellas, I was standing right here and I didn't hear a thing.
Mhm.
Take me for a madman.
Whatever you are, I want to know what you're doing under my daughter's window and who was talking to her. I heard it clear as day.
Good neighbour, it can't be denied that old age dulls a man's ears. I'm here alone, praying for the souls of the good people resting in the cemetery. I've nothing to do with your daughter.
That voice sounded different to yours, though. But where did he get to? You must have seen him. Unless you're covering for him.
What? You don't love me?
No, and I told you, get out!
How about a kiss at least?
Out, out, out!
What?
Jasem skutni hori kodelni
What the fuck are you playing at? My patience is wearing thin.
Jasem skutni hori kodelni kuvsin.
Jesus, stop your damn screeching.
Блять.
Nakopeczku sala plakala plakala.
Jezu, Jezu, Maria, volala, volala. Jezu, Jezu, Maria, Jezu, jemine. Budale tu chlapec, nebo ne. Budale tu chlapec, nebo ne.
Christ almighty. Let's go, fellas. This one ain't right in the head. The guards will have him for screeching after curfew. Let's not get mixed up in it. But if I ever see you here again, I'll beat some sense into your idiot skull.
Ой, ебать. Разъеб. Разъеб невероятный. Я хочу до утра отоспаться. Огонь. Бля, да кто?
What do you think you're doing? Don't you know it's for... You should have thought twice about what you're doing. Well, I thought... You! Stop right where you are!
Какого хуя ты еще сюда зашел, блядь? Да, ты ко мне в дом войдешь и скажешь: пуль без света, блядь. Свет горит, кстати. 2 свечки стоит. Ой.
Look out. God bless you. Take care.
God bless you.
How did it go with...
It was a disaster, Henry. A disaster.
How come? Didn't you...
What kind of nonsense were you feeding me? Carolina thought I was a thief breaking in. She told me to get out.
Oh, you're lucky I managed to keep him busy. Only now he thinks...
Well, thanks for that, at least. Anyway, Carolina slammed the...
Oh, back to writing love letters.
To hell with love letters. Imagine. That's...
shame.
Indeed. Here's the letter, Henry. Read it. At least you're capable of a... Good luck, then.
Он пытается со мной диалог начать или что?
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Я так понимаю, я без ключа войду, правильно? Угу. Не войду. Ладно. Пойду к Бернарду.
Yeah.
I need the key to
So Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have.
If I were you, I wouldn't question Sir
Just try not to mess it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. What the? Yeah.
Henry, I'm glad you came. Well, finally, I've had quite a...
Why do you want to talk to me?
Radzig will keep me alive only as long as it takes to get everything I know out of... So I want to be sure that the secrets my...
So come on, out with it. Tell me everything you know and...
Very well, ask me anything you want.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it.
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man...
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual.
Recruit you in...
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in... A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up.
How did you come to...
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau.
Old friends?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's mess.
Nice friends, you kid.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself...
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn... We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on...
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up...
This Eric?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some...
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened...
This highly placed person at the...
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he
I see.
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said...
Crimps?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins.
Where can I find the
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau.
You said you gave them money. Where were...
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose...
That'll do me for the...
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of...
I have to think about it. I don't want...
Поверим на слово. Не все же на виселицу отправляются. Липсия.
Damn. Good help. Goodbye.
So what have you
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring. And so...
The monastery?
That's what Jezek...
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true...
Why? Can't we just go...
No. If the church is truly involved...
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanun.
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and for...
Damn! So it looks like
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going...
It might not be as straightforward as that. So
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here.
I think I know where I could ask. I helped at the infirmary in Sasau, and there was a wounded man there by the name of...
Good. I'd rather see you seeking out better company, but that... Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my... What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can...
All right, sir.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one...
Sir, there's one... Sir Jezek went with me without resistance.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my... But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? But I can't say yet what will become...
As you command.
Я там задание насыпала, я видел. Где лошадь? Вот лошадь.
Yeah. Yeah.
May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
I've got good news, sir. The source of the problem was inside them.
And the
We'll continue. The master builder's helper was to blame for it.
That's good. You've accomplished your...
Thank you, Sir.
God be
The Lord save you.
How did you enjoy the...
I had no idea you were so talented.
I...
Come and see me sometime, Henry. Goodbye. Ah!
God be with you.
I have some trophy.
Show me. Good work. Goodbye.
Заходи изредка. Нам есть о чем поговорить. Как-то я зашел к ней поговорить.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Aye, much better. I'm truly grateful.
Truth be told, I didn't come just for you.
What do you need?
Well, I've heard tell there's work for fearless men who enjoy a bit of...
Ah, I believe I can help you with that.
The church?
Aye, that's right. The church is locked at night, but if you see a light, the door will be open.
That's it? I don't need to...
Just doing what I told you is enough. They'll give you...
All right, thank you.
You took care of me, why wouldn't I help you? God be with you.
Пока утром можем помочь Йоханке.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by. What do you...
Johanka sent me.
She did, but...
Well, she's up to her ears in work, and besides, we figured your husband would...
what now?
Well, Johanka thought it would help if Ambrose...
I've been telling him off about it for years to no avail.
You won't get anywhere telling him off. Ambrose had... If he lost everything he has to me, that would teach him a lesson.
Oh, God, no. I want him to stop playing, not to...
No, don't worry. Whatever I win from him, I'll give it back to you.
Do you swear?
I swear I'll give back every last groschen, as the...
Very well, then.
Where can I find Ambrose?
He's not here now. He's getting ready for a trip. No doubt you'll find him at... you'd better hurry if you want to catch him. He said he...
Do you think he'll...
Well, he promised not long ago he'd quit. And if he's feeling lucky, he'll lose his head entirely.
All right.
Good luck, then.
Yeah! Well, Goodman Ambrose.
Yes?
I heard you were about to leave for...
Aye. Sir Sebastian von Berg ordered new... I have to go and buy some fine linen. I'm taking 600 groschen to pay for it all. I'll make him the...
Ah, I see. Oh, Sir Sebastian.
True indeed. I'll be on my way just as soon as the horse... God almighty, has something happened to you?
Let's have a drink together to pass.
That's kind of you, lad. Take care. Good health.
May it serve you.
You look like a fellow who's been around. Tell me.
Oh, it's safer in the province now. There was a pack of enemy cutthroats holed up in Pribit, but we attacked them and smashed them to pieces.
My word.
I did. The bold Henry of
Well, now, I had no idea I was sitting here.
Bravery it was. Not one of them could match me in combat. Ha!
To your incomparable skill, Master.
I rained a barrage of blows on the enemy's
Aye, aye, to your...
But first I had to track down their lair. So...
Is that so?
So...
That's right.
That's nice.
That's great, lad. Grand it is. Kutenberg is a big town, and it's packed with people. When there's a fair, the whole... But the city elders are troubled now. Sigismund and his...
May you arrive.
May it pass quickly? I've said enough.
Well... How about a little game before you set off?
I wouldn't mind, but I won't play here. The wife would find out about...
I'll tell you something else. Did you hear what happened?
No.
Some bandits attacked the local...
God have mercy. It seems that's the lot of decent folk on this earth.
Ah, but the villagers weren't such an easy mark.
Good.
But it didn't end with that. Some pest...
God have mercy.
Turned out it wasn't the plague, though.
The low-down whoresons.
Let's drink to those brave souls in Merhoy.
Glory to...
Not even...
Glory...
Aye.
Ah.
Я понял. Мне еще 6 нужно добить.
Oh, Jesus. Well... How about a little...
No, lad, I promised my wife I wouldn't play. And sitting here sipping only makes...
То есть только 2 попытки. Не. Понял. Так не пойдет. Я хочу обобрать водонитки. Мне не подходит проигрыш.
God grant... See you later. Good health.
May it...
You look like...
Я не сразу понял, зачем нам стаканчики показывать.
Not... But it didn't...
God have...
It turned out it...
The lo...
Let's... Oh... Oh, Jesus. Oh, there was a band...
So it's true then?
No, no.
That...
Sigismund's...
I heard, lad.
But a lot... And another... That would... May those bastards...
May they...
Voilà. Опять мимо, блядь.
In the lands of milk and honey, you must put them over the table. I'll stick them dice in your nose and then give you such a punch it'll fly out your ears.
Но я не в кости сыграл. Ну ладно. Непонятный квест. Мне кажется, мы должны в кости играть. Или я типа обманываю, что мы играли в кости. Он допился до беспамятства и все. И минус бабки. Не совсем понятно это. Что?
Three sixes.
A tanker, dear.
Ambrose, you hound. What got into
me? Nothing.
What? You don't remember? You got as drunk as a lord. No one had the nerve to tackle you, so you insisted I had to, but you lost. And then you got really worked up and wanted to save your reputation. We ended up playing until...
Damn!
Oh, you did, a few times.
Oh,
everything. The whole 600 groschen you had for buying...
Christ in heaven! Oh...
Actually... It was the Virgin...
What are you talking about?
No, I mean it. My friend Johanka, about amending their ways and repenting for their sins. Like playing games. You see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing...
Yeah, you're right.
Repent and do penance for your sins. Ask God for forgiveness and swear...
You're right. My passion for dice...
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can...
Ambrose.
I don't play with them much. Oh, listen, Henry. The money you want from me, I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to...
You've seen the error of your ways. That's all I wanted. I never intended to take your money.
Thank you, Henry.
Take care.
Yeah,
Ага. Хера лысого. А не кинуть кости. Ладно, ладно. Выкину. Все равно и так все выигрываем.
You won't be hurting anyone anymore, as long as you stay there.
Пропив. Ну что, любительница помогать слабым и обездоленным.
Good heavens, what's all this? Candles? Pictures? Someone's made quite a shrine here. I can't wait to hear what Johanka thinks of this.
For the love of God!
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it...
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped... I think this is exact...
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her.
That sounds... I'm not sure. But maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths...
What basic things?
No! She'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions.
You're right. I'll head off right now.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can... God be with you.
Прополнимо, конечно. Собираем всех шлюп в округе.
If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
She's sitting right outside the door. She can hear everything, but she don't dare interfere.
If you want to go inside...
Let her listen.
What are you looking
Let
for?
them all
You
listen.
better not
So
disturb
turn
anyone
over and
here.
shut your damn
I've got an
mouth.
important guest.
No, leave me alone, you pig.
What did you say?
What are you looking for?
Animal, and I won't do that.
You call me an animal? What the fuck are you doing? Are you yanking my pizzle?
I'm not going anywhere.
For Adela? But I paid for...
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot! She is a whore!
Easy. Have you any idea the shit I can land you?
The bailiff doesn't care about...
Maybe, maybe not. He might care about your sodomy, though, if I give him an...
Fucking hell. What do you...
Get out!
What will I do now?
Fuck! I don't need this shit! But you haven't heard the last of this, fucker! I'll cut your fucking throat for that!
What in God's name have you... Oh my God. Henson will...
Marush.
The proprietor...
Everything will...
All right. You said that about... And he ended up...
Leave this place.
What? What?
You don't have to live in this rat hole anymore.
Who gave you...
Johanka.
What Johanka are you talking...
She's from Skalitz, like me.
They all claim...
But she really...
How could you...
Because maybe the...
What?
The Blessed Virgin started...
Visit?
Well, that's how Johanka put it.
But why would the...
It was only on account of her that the wounded from Skalitz got to Sasau.
I heard they took them in at the monastery.
Aye, but they didn't exactly... Johanka had to take care of them on her own. Most of them... Look, when I came to see her the first time, after Skalitz, she was distraught. She could have just gone. But she didn't want to...
But...
It was Johanka who said she had visions. And according to these visitations, she believed she...
And you believe...
Yes.
Well,
why don't you try...
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack...
Why not?
It's madness. Starting all over.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
Yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl, I didn't want a husband, and I needed...
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living.
So what else should I do?
You can just find your...
Why? What?
You don't care that you're living in sin.
So?
And can you live?
What do you mean?
Are you able...
I have my pride.
Good for you. But don't you want something more?
Well...
Haven't you ever wanted...
I don't know if...
Well, working at the baths, you must have learned a bit about healing wounds.
That's true. It's not...
I know.
I'm not sure.
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come?
That's true.
You can't go on like this forever. You could...
What do you know about...
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, I tried...
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Ratai could tell you a lot about the ailment.
You know...
So you'll...
But how?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary?
Would they let...
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing.
But, well...
There, of course. It's modest.
I'm not used to much.
See then?
All right.
We can go right now.
All right. I'll just say, Mother of God. I'm all in a flat.
You're doing the right thing.
Good luck then.
Бля, пиздец. Что нахуй не так? Карт этот надо... Ебать.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the... Ah!
Как это? Если драка неизбежна, бей первым. Так, ну сейчас -2 будет. Этот добьется сейчас. Дружочек, как ты думаешь, от чего померли твои друзья?
Fucking hell!
Подожди, дорогуша.
Are you all right, Henry? Are you all right, Henry?
Тише, тише будь.
Are you all right, Henry?
Видишь, мальчики лутаются.
Will we keep going?
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you. And are you all right?
Ah, just a scratch or two. Those
Good. The sooner we go, the better.
Let's go then.
God be with you.
Рафал не ебало, конечно, что они на меня напали. Втроем. Мне кажется, там можно было бы, наверное, всем миром решить, но... Найс загрузка, конечно.
Here we are. Give it a while.
Oh, Henry.
I'm sure you will.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me. Unless... if you wanted.
You don't have to thank me. And you certainly don't have to...
Oh...
У лошадки вес закончился.
God be with you.
I went to Ledetsko like you...
And?
You were right. Turned out well. I persuaded her to leave her... She's here for you.
That's great.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here.
She'll help you.
You did a great... Of course I'll take care of her.
And how are things going?
Much the same as always. But Matthias is better. There's these...
Troublemaker.
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that...
Oh?
I didn't see them at it. But there's some fellas, and whenever I go into town...
Take liberties how?
No. They just make all sorts of... And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. Maybe...
Shouldn't the custodian deal with that?
Well, it is. I'd rather sort it out.
Fair enough.
Good luck, then.
Get that job done for you then.
Don't even remind me. I've never seen such a shoddy piece of work.
Johanka's a shameless wretch and a sinner. She's lost her mind and doesn't know what she's saying. God be...
Don't play games with me.
Begging your pardon.
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but...
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give... What about this?
That's not it.
Is this enough?
Well, now. Well, some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking, and there are certain good wives who think she's up. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And we're just here to warn decent people about...
Aha. Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't...
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka...
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but...
Enough of your nonsense. Clear off, and if I catch you...
Good sir, surely you wouldn't pillory simple fellas like us just for wanting to earn a groschen.
Get going, and don't...
Die.
I dealt with those troublemakers.
Thanks, Henry. You didn't say anything...
Ah, he knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in...
Oh? What?
Ah! Listen. There's some merchants staying at the Wagoners. Would you go with me to see? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be...
Of course I'll go. It's only a...
Pavel of Colin. I believe you were asking for...
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not... I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your... It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you.
Oh, I'm quite taken by surprise. And this is... What is it you wanted to...
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after... And by the same grace I heard the word, and my eyes were...
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted.
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before... And you're right. It came to me that it would... And I decided to do some deed for the...
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit
I notice you have an arm desk?
Henry is my protector, because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the...
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking... Someone who would find some wealth that I lost, and donate it all.
Aha. Henry...
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous...
You speak boldly. That... Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said...
So?
Johanka is an exceptional person with...
It's a great honor that Our Lady chose.
If we were only 1/10 as humble as she...
Anyway, what is it?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, but it didn't turn out entirely as planned. And who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement... I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yes. You look like you were more...
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
I'm not surprised. Merchants in the... Where is this treasure? I could get the dog to sniff it out.
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long... As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which as if that weren't enough, I lost my...
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some...
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a...
Right, quarry, stream, path, ruins.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall...
Well, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll?
You are indeed an... As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of... Nothing valuable, just a dagger, which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too. Good luck, Henry.
Блять.
Yeah. I see the quarry and the marshland. Now I just have to find the stream that feeds into the river.
Who's there?
Yeah. Here's the stream. I've got to follow its course upstream, deeper into the woods. Yeah.
Ебать.
I reckon I can't be even halfway. That forest trail must be higher. Yeah. Ah, looks like this is where Pavel went tumbling.
someone. Hey!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Я понял, я высоковато забрался уже.
Yeah. Here's that footpath. This is definitely the right way. Yeah. 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 I must remember this spot when I'm on the way back. Yeah. Yeah. This doesn't look good. Yeah. I'm here at last. I'll have to comb the whole place. It looks like he was sent here by the Sasau custodian. I should tell him about it. What's happened here?
يا شريف véletlenül kibújt. Vigyázz! Itt!
Да. Делаем ба. Реально интересное место.
This isn't it.
Да ладно. Не, хорошо.
Well, now that's quite a pile. And the dagger is here. A real treasure trove.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Не напиздил старикан.
Yeah.
Я думал, это какая-то разводка. Я типа как телохранитель съебался подальше. Но нет. Ну норм. Круто.
So I went looking for...
And how did you get...
There really was money there. When you were talking about donating the money for the common good...
The Virgin Mary chose Sasau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? You don't have to go any... Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Hashek or Father Fabian would...
Pour me one.
Wouldn't you say Johanka's infirmary is...
Certainly, but its financial affairs are handled by the monastery, which has a...
Then you can go and explain to Johanka and the wounded yourself that they'll suffer on just because you're worried the monastery will build more scaffold.
That's not how I meant it. It's just that, as a Colleen councillor, I had a certain property dispute.
And you'd let my former Skalitz neighbours and Johanka suffer on because of... Do you really think the overseer would give them nothing when it's his duty?
I'd rather the Rathaus or the church had the money. I suppose. Farewell.
Yeah.
Куда на общее благо пожертвовать?
Yeah.
Damn! Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse.
Я бы предпочел вообще им ни гроша не давать. На самом-то деле.
Greetings, good night.
It was young... What? Zmola's the one responsible for all the thefts and death.
Sweet.
Dead. I killed him and...
So is that the end?
It looks that way. Leszek was helping him, but he's dead.
God bless. Even so...
I have a gift of money for Johanka's
Johanka's? I'd like to remind you that the infirmary belongs to the monastery. But of course, as long as no others... Who is the donor?
The donation...
Indeed. I've heard that he has openly objected to how we had...
I managed to convince him a donation to the monastery.
Really? Sounds unlikely.
Корону поделись по-хорошему.
All of this.
It's not any great amount, but I must express my gratitude. Take care.
Ну, в пару бегать. Сумма, кстати, нормальная. Хули он выебывается, не понимаю. На такую сумму здесь можно еды купить тонну. Бинтов тонну. Тут больше никому ничего не нужно.
I did what you asked.
Thank you.
I gave it all to the monastery overseer. I'm sure it'll go...
Perhaps in the end you did the best thing. Even if it's a thank you. It was an honor to meet an honorable, selfless... God be with you.
Farewell, Pavel.
God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, was Pavel speaking the truth about his wealth? For the love of God!
About that bird...
How did it...
It all turned out well. I found that treasure of him.
Really? That's now, if only myth...
What about those thugs? Did they...
No, not at all. But, Henry...
Oh?
The Blessed Virgin visited me, and she gave me a new, and I must spread the word. May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
What did she show you?
You'll find out.
Do you really think that's a good idea? The reactions to your...
But what about the people who come to me? And the ones I can't keep the Virgin's messages to myself.
If you insist.
Thanks. Maybe there's a meadow near the woods by Sasau. It's not too far.
I can't sleep again.
No. The words of the... You should go to the market square again.
I will. But right now, I think that meadow is...
All right.
We'll set out to... In the meanwhile, you can sleep. If not, just come at dawn.
Ugh, I've been running around like the devil.
Don't tempt Satan. Come on then.
Yes, Ma.
Oh, stop. God be with you.
Да, ждал вечера, чтобы проскипать его. Понятно. Что делать?
Did you sleep all right, Henry?
Oh, like a log.
There. You see how everyone gets... Let's get going.
I'm right on your heels.
Блин, ну это, конечно, опасно, пиздец. Интересно, он народу придет? Блин, нормально.
She showed me a procession of fine people who had crowns on their heads, dressed in sumptuous cloaks, with swords at their sides. But then came demons of hell. Some of the men drew their swords to battle them, but others began to embrace the demons. They forgot the law, forgot justice, and only used the people for their own ends. The wretched people could take no more. They stopped obeying their wicked masters and sought refuge with the princes of the just. Then the Virgin Mary came to the wicked ones. At her first step, their rich cloaks burst into flames. At her second, their swords broke into pieces. At her third, the crowns cracked on their heads. And then...
Watch out! They're coming! Run!
Henry, let there be no bloodshed.
Да, мамочка. Ну, в смысле не проливает? Ну, пару зубов я им выбью, прольется кровь, извини. Что ты? Ты мой? Давай. Пау. 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 Кто следующий? Давай от тебя. Кто следующий? Нихуя она съебалась. Яханка! Ебать, похерачила, только ее и видали. О, гонит.
Johanka, you man...
Yes. They didn't even. And are you all right?
I'm all right. And the others, too.
Praise God. I never thought something.
It took me by surprise, too.
I will.
You mustn't let them intimidate you. You have truth.
Thank you. I mustn't give up. On account of Matthias.
That's the spirit. The words of Our Lady.
While we're on the subject, what...
You spoke well. Everyone was fixed to the spot. You ought to tell it to the learned masters of Prague.
Really, Henry? It's hard enough to... Henry, another sinner came to me looking... Would you take...
Of course. What's it about
This time it's about...
Me?
Everyone sins, Henry.
Блять.
I've always tried.
No one is entirely without sin.
I did a lot of good too, you know.
I know, Henry. I'm not condemning you.
Yes, you were chosen by the Virgin Mary. Who am I to deny you?
First, you must... Haven't you ever killed any...
Runt. I hated him. Never before did I want to hurt someone, and now I'm sorry for it. I lost control.
You did what you did to protect others. And apart from Runt, killed someone? You told me about that murderer, but other...
There were others. Oh, merciful Christ, forgive me. I'm not worthy of your...
Leave it to God to decide who... And from what I've heard, you've been light-fingered.
What?
They say you're a thief, Henry.
I'm not some dirty thief, and I'll deal with anyone who goes... Quite the contrary. I serve the royal hetman, catching those...
I'm glad it's not true. But watch out. Often what... And another... You have coveted thy neighbor's...
Oh.
Нет. А, блядь, да.
Yes, I know I shouldn't. Lady Stephanie asked me to help her with some things, so I brought her those things, and then she gave me this shirt.
I don't need to hear any more. I can... It's also been... You've been fornicating with prostitutes. You should be ashamed.
Well, when they keep...
Have you completely forgotten it?
I'm sorry.
Henry. Killing... And you did other bad things too. You can't just wave it all away. You have to unburden your soul.
I agree.
You have to undertake a pilgrimage of penance. On the way, go to Ujits. There's a Marian church there. Put on a penitent's robe.
Can't I just ride there?
Certainly not. You...
And will that really relieve my soul?
If you do it sincerely and with humility.
But what if I can't carry...
You've carried it up to now.
Yes, because I never had to think...
If you find the burden too great, if you pass a cross or shrine along the way, stop and pray. God will help you for every sin.
Thank you, Johanka.
And when you get to Ujits, pray to the Virgin Mary. And when you've finished...
Oh?
Give the church 600... Don't waste time. Get going right away.
Ебать. А вы ебу дали. Я это... Не, ладно, похуй. Доеду туда, там решу. Это, конечно, будет Рафляндия. Ничего не скажешь. Финляндия пиздец. Ну ладно. На этом, пожалуй, и закончим. Всем спасибо, кто присутствовал на трансляции, либо будет просматривать это в записи. Отличного настроения, удачи и пока-пока.